Do you know what's the most insane thing about this world? Chickens are the only line of defense against these demons. And yet humans still willingly eat them. In one of the first episodes, a kid tries to feed one of the chickens a fried chicken.
Yep.
You know? They tried to get them to commit cannibalism right then and there.
And he's just like, oh, hell no.
You are eating your last line of defense. What is going on?
But it's so yummy. It's so yummy. Boys, welcome back to another episode of Trash Taste Anime Club. Woo! I'm Connor, once again joined by the boys, Joey and Garn.
Connor's trying so hard to stay awake right now.
No, because I'm fighting because we had a bunch of fried chicken. And
Connor's chickened out right now.
it's slowing me down,
Yes.
and I'm fighting through it. But we watched 3 animes.
Yeah, this is a special anime club.
And this is
3.
and this is a special anime club because not only because we have 3, but we actually got sponsored in our first show that we
Yay.
watched together. So in case you missed it, we uploaded a VOD on the Trash Taste After Dark about a week ago.
Yep.
Watching Rooster Fighter.
Yes.
Since this segment is going to be sponsored by Viz Media.
Thank you, Viz.
We're also going to be talking about 100 meters and Sentenced to be a Hero later
Yes.
on in the episode. So,
Yes.
and timestamps are on the screen right now. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, should we talk about Rooster Fighter?
Yeah, do we need to bring
We got hats. We got some hats.
need to
We got
bring
some
out the
hats.
chicken hats.
We got some hats. I just want to say, I'm very glad that, sometimes you get sponsored and, you're like, you have to pretend to be like a fan. I'm glad that we got sponsored to watch this.
Yeah.
Because this show is just fun.
It's so fun.
It is dumb, and I think they won't mind us saying that, but dumb fun. I think it's the best, and that's why we're wearing our chicken hats to celebrate the dumb fun.
Yes. Yeah, this is a show that's the best way I can describe it. It's kind of like Bucky, but with chickens.
Yeah.
You know?
It's got that I don't know how to describe it. It's got that classic 90s hyper masculine yet incredibly dumbness of a JoJo or a Fist of the North Star.
Yeah.
But they're all chickens.
I mean, the second scene in the show is our main character, Rooster, KG, banging another rooster. And there's no censoring.
No nothing.
You just see it all.
Yeah, it's like a nature documentary.
It's
You don't need any
beautiful.
censoring.
It's beautiful. And the girl is loving it. She's having a great time.
So in case anyone missed the After Dark VOD, should one of us explain what the show's about?
Where to even begin? So there are what I thought to be kaiju that are terrorizing humanity, but no, they are demons that are transformed from real people. We don't know why they transform. It's kind of implied that maybe a person is stressed and they transform into this giant monster or fucking kaiju monster ass being.
Yeah.
And apparently the only thing that can combat them are roosters and chickens. And how can I describe? And that's basically the show. Right.
I mean, if you really think about it, it's kind of an analogy on real life. When something terrible happens in humanity, you know what's the easiest and quickest fix? Some chicken. Okay. Everyone's in a good mood after some chicken, That's the whole point of the show.
So the first episode opens up. KG saves a little kid and does some kind of lightning speed move plus kick and destroys this kaiju the size of a 20-story building.
Yeah.
And that's how you introduce the show. Then it kicks into this anime opening, which is essentially an 80s rock song. It just it doesn't waste any time. Immediately into a scene of KG the rooster banging a girl and then leaving her, and she is distraught. And then he's like, I don't need anyone to tie me down. I don't need baggage.
So he hits her with the line, I just gave into my animal instinct. That's KG special
Hardest
right there.
line.
And then, it's just kind of like monster of the week for the next couple of episodes while the characters kind of develop. We see KG kind of going around and just dealing with demon shenanigans for the first episode.
KG has a special move. I can't remember what the special move is.
It's
Kokekoko.
Kokekoko.
Which is the cock-a-doodle-doo.
It's basically Japanese and cock-a-doodle-doo, but it's like a Kamehameha. But it's like a Kamehameha and a phosphor dart put together.
Yeah, so KG screams at the top of his lungs and apparently hits a note that makes these demons explode, shit themselves and explode from the inside out.
Yeah.
And my God, I don't know who voices KG, but some of those screams
Let's look it up actually.
was insane. right?
Yeah.
I don't know what pair of lungs they have.
I hope he got paid well.
His throat is absolutely damaged.
Yeah.
I mean, that is like impossible.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
In English, is voiced by Patrick Seitz. That's so funny. The guy voices Dio.
Miyake Kento.
Oh.
JoJo as well.
Oh yeah, wait, no, he's in
Miyake Kento is he's in JoJo, right?
Oh, he's Steven, Steel Steven.
Is it All Might?
Oh, it's All Might.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
Might.
Okay. Damn, bro can still go that high? My God.
And for all intents and purposes, I guess KG is kind of the superhero king of this world.
Yeah.
He kind of just is able to deal with everything.
Yeah. I think the first thing that threw me for a loop was every one of these characters that gets introduced has a tragic backstory, right?
Including KG,
whose sister is eaten right in front of him. Not in that way, but his sister gets eaten right in front of him, and that unlocks KG's limiter or something.
Yeah.
His cock limiter.
Don't say cock.
I cannot.
Even though you're not wrong.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Am I wrong?
The thing limiting his cock is no more.
Yeah. He's no longer the normal cock.
And he becomes, the super rooster, the super cock. The super cock.
Hand cock, if you will.
Oh my God.
How many cock jokes can we make in this segment?
This is too many. But essentially, he unlocks this superpower, and apparently, that is the power system. And there are a few characters in here that unlock their own powers, including KG's sister as well. As
We've seen a previous flashback.
we've seen another
in episode
flashback,
3, I believe it was.
where she's attacked by a dog, and she unlocks this firepower.
Fireballs?
Fireballs? I don't know.
I don't know. She basically turns into Dio and cooks this dog alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then in episode 2, we're introduced to a chick.
Pyoko.
Not a girl, like an actual chick.
Yeah.
Like a baby chicken called Pyoko, who is like owned by this like Yakuza guy, I guess.
Yes. A bit of a failed man in some senses. With a lot of stress and a lot of debt.
But she learns the Yakuza duty, the jingi, in the Yakuza world. And basically once KG saves her, she's like, that's my boo now. I'm going to go along with him. I'm going to fulfill the duty and go along with him.
Yeah, one thing that I was surprised about was how sad like the situation she was in with what is essentially her father figure.
Yeah.
I thought when Cage came along and killed the demon, she just basically saw her dad getting murdered. Right in front of her.
Not even murdered. His head fucking exploded.
Yeah, I was like...
Probably the worst thing to see.
I was like, damn, how much therapy... Do chicken therapies exist? Therapists exist?
They will.
Because they need to after that.
Yeah.
And then in the third episode, we get introduced to the Elizabeth, the female chicken, who...
Would.
Joey just went straight for it.
Yeah, Joey's very into this.
Joey went straight for it. For me, I'm just like, damn,
Well, she's a very nice voice. Okay.
She has a very nice voice. And she has nice eyes as well.
True.
She's got the constant bedroom eyes where I'm just like, that had to have been on purpose. I mean, come on.
So Elizabeth is introduced and she's immediately trying to kill our goat KG. And we're like, why is she doing that? And so while she's in the middle of the fight, she explains, bitch, don't you remember? He's like, I don't even know who you are. She's like, 6 months ago, we made love. Not sex, we made love. And you just walked out. And then we get a flashback where he says the same thing that he says to all the girls.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, I just gave in to my animal desires. I gotta leave now. And so he's like, what the fuck? So in the middle of that fight, in the middle of the street, by the way, everyone's like watching this fight go down. Keiji pulls an absolute banger of a move and does kind of like a suplex, gets around her and then kisses her. And somehow she suddenly remembers her feelings that were there.
Yeah.
And then Keiji starts trying to go for it in the middle of the street.
Not even no permission.
He starts like laying it on her.
Yep.
Like he gets like 2 inches deep, and then Elizabeth's like, "Whoa!" She does like the Charlie move. He's getting his cock out.
He may be a rooster, but damn, does he have that dog in him, man?
He's got that dog in him.
He's got a dog in him, dude.
He got that dog
He
in
just
him.
can't help but do the hit and run.
Yeah.
Elizabeth turns up like Go-Go Gadget and is like, hey, by the way, I got this thing called a smartphone.
Yo,
Yeah.
You should take a look at this.
I don't know if Elizabeth has superpowers, but she has a stick that apparently has 10 million volts in it. Somehow. Just carrying that around.
Yeah.
I want to know what the logistics of that is.
We never know how she charges this shit up.
Yeah, and then we end off episode 3 with a hot spring episode where they go into the hot spring.
Yep.
And we find out more about the demon that ate Keiji's sister and the...
A little bit more of the backstory.
Yeah,
of
and
everyone.
Power scaling of the world. Apparently,
Yeah.
the demons are different colors and have different features. That's how you can kind of
That's
identify.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions.
Yes, me too.
So, like, first off, okay, what are the humans doing?
Well, jack shit.
I just
We're kinda
want to know.
useless. We're kinda
Yeah.
useless in this world.
I mean, the entire first couple of episodes when you just saw these demons just destroying every part of Japan imaginable. I
Yeah.
just kept asking this is usually like a military operation or something. This isn't just like a freak occurrence kind of thing. This seems like it happens every other fucking day.
Yeah.
And then we saw that footage of the white demon just annihilate about 17 tanks.
Who's the same guy that ate KG's sister?
Supposedly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
supposedly. Do you know what's the most insane thing about this world? The fact that apparently, from what it looks like from the first 3 episodes, chickens are the only line of defense against these demons, and yet humans still willingly eat them. They reference fried chicken. They reference what in one of the first episodes, a kid tries to feed one of the chickens a fried chicken.
Yep.
They tried to get them to commit cannibalism right then and there.
And he's just like, oh, hell no.
You are eating your last line of defense. What is going on?
But it's so yummy. It's so yummy.
If there's any anime that's going to turn me vegan, it's this one. I'm joking.
Look, I'm just saying, if these birds are the only thing defending you against these demons that are popping up, how about you not eat them? There are other meats that you can do. Well, chicken is delicious.
Well, that's the thing, right? I think what it is that maybe it's implied that because Keiji and these other I assume other chickens that are defeating all these demons are doing it so discreetly that the humans are just like, oh,
wait. Discreet.
What? In what way?
He was banging that rooster in public. And they were fighting. The police were chasing them.
No, okay, but
discreetly.
Okay, so you're just okay.
The same way when you rip a fart, it's discreet on the pod, bro. We hear it.
No, what I'm saying is, right, when Keiji fucking makes a dude a kaiju's head explode, for example, right, and then it's like, oh, okay, I guess he just got destroyed by some. Well, that's what I'm saying. None of the humans are just wow, did you see that chicken just destroy that kaiju? Maybe we should look into that shit.
No, they never did. The old guy was like, damn, that chicken perfectly did the resonance to blow that thing up. He was literally talking about the chicken.
There's that one guy that's acknowledged the chickens have power.
I don't know.
And then he made him pick up the trash.
Yeah. It's clean up after yourself.
It's just... I don't think there is anything discreet about what we just watched. Literally half the city got destroyed.
And no one is like, oh man, I wonder if the chickens will come and save us again. No one's been saying that. They're just like, oh fuck, it's another kaiju. What are we gonna do?
It's because they're racist.
They are.
I think that was out of everything that the show presented me with, that was the biggest thing. I was just like, damn. It kind of bothers me that they're not acknowledging the chickens.
Yeah, they're not acknowledging them.
I just want my goats to be acknowledged and
you.
not ignored. Because I was because it's kind of established that chickens can understand human language, but they still cluck. They can only cluck to each other. So they can't actually communicate with humans.
Yes,
but humans still treat them like they are sentient beings, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm so confused.
See, I think we're falling into the trap here of trying to figure it out with logic.
No, Joey. No. It's important, Joey.
I don't think this is the point of the show.
It matters, Joey. It's important to me, okay?
Power scaling is very important to this universe as well. We
Right.
gotta figure out who's the goat, where they line up, who can they handle.
As long as the logic is set internally of the world and the logic is consistent, that is what's important. I just want to know what is up between the human and chicken relation in this show.
I don't think we'll ever know, bro.
So one thing that I am confused by is that Elizabeth seems to be able to know how to use and wield a smartphone.
Yes.
How is she? Is it Face ID? Is it PIN code? What? How are we opening this phone? Because I put my thumb on it and it apparently recognizes my thumb and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I always have to fucking type in the goddamn code.
Do chickens have fingerprints?
No.
No.
Oh, no, they go for voice recognition, right?
Voice recognition.
Voice recognition.
Yes, it's just like.
Jarvis, open up.
She opens up Siri and I go,
Hey Siri.
So they're using Elizabeth and her smartphone wielding powers to basically discover all the information. 'Cause
yes.
neatly enough, there's a database online that tells you all about all the demons.
Well, that didn't bother me too much because it's pretty clear, it's set up that Elizabeth comes from a privileged background.
Yeah, you didn't see her playing the piano and doing calligraphy in episodes?
Her childhood was ridiculous.
Yeah.
She's drinking wine in the bath daily.
Yeah, she's drinking Romani
Conti.
Romani Conti.
How much is that a bottle?
Like, it's very expensive.
Nabi, Google a
average bottle of Romani Conti in Japan.
Yeah. Let's see.
Can't be that much, surely.
Bottle. And she was just drinking.
Holy shit.
Holy fuck. Wait, 200. Wait, no.
No, that's 20 million.
20 million. So
that's 10 G's, bro.
That's, yeah.
No, that's 100
No, that's
Gs.
100 G's.
That's 100. That's
20 million. Oh,
yeah, that's 20
that's 100
million.
G's.
20 million for a bottle.
She's drinking that shit in the
bath?
And you're giving it to a chicken?
How rich are you where you can feed Romani Conti to your chicken? I aspire for that level of wealth.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. The cheapest one, that's not even real Romani Conti. Yeah. The cheapest one I could see is 11 million yen, which is about $80,000.
All right, well.
Okay, who's buying this online as well? That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy
right?
getting this shipped. Yeah, do you guys accept card? Cash on delivery?
Can you take PayPal?
Cash and delivery on that one. And she drinks that in the bath.
Damn.
But damn, her family kind of chill. When they played fighting games together.
Yeah, they played Street Fighter and shit.
That was the biggest surprise.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, mom and dad, I didn't know you would chill like that.
Damn.
I can't believe she can do calligraphy.
Yeah, right.
So elegant.
And the owners are just like, wow, she's so smart. It's like, bro, take her to Mensa. Like, what are you doing? this is a genius animal you have in your house. Get that shit checked out.
A lot of people would say it's crazy to have a rooster as a pet, but I this world.
We used to have chickens as pets.
What? Like you wouldn't have them in the living room though, like fucking playing Street Fighter with you.
No, not that. But my grandma had 2 chickens when we were growing up.
Yeah, they stay
as
outside.
pets. Yeah, and we ate both of them. We did. I'm just saying. My grandma was like,
Joe, you can't call it a pet.
Were you sad about that?
Yeah. I was like, I was like 6 or 7.
Did they taste good?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Joe, you can't call it a pet and then end the story off with, and then we ate it.
I remember seeing my grandma walk out into the backyard with the hatchet, and she was like, all right, chop, ate her that night.
Were you, what was its name?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
It was delicious though.
He remembers the taste.
I remember the
He
taste.
remembers the taste, but not the name.
Yeah.
That's all that's important.
She gave us some good eggs, you know, that's all I remember.
Damn, you all remembered for your taste.
You'll be remembered.
Yeah.
These 11 secret herbs and spices on you. You were delicious. You're a part of me now. It's like Pochta, bro. It's like he's a part of me now.
Yeah, I mean, seems like one of those shows that kind of like knows how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
Who animated this? I'm so curious to see who animated this.
It was like
as well.
Studio Sanjigen, I think it's called. This is the first time I've ever
think
heard of this studio.
Heard of this.
Scroll up, Nemi.
Yeah,
scroll
It's
up.
on the
It's on the
sidebar.
side.
Yeah. What else is the?
Above. Oh yeah, that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sanjigen.
I think they've made more 3D anime as well. Oh, they made.
Oh wow, Terraformers.
Oh my god, Aoki Hagane no RPG.
Oh!
Natsukashi!
They made Bang Dream.
Bang Dream.
That's where I've seen it from. I've seen their work on Bang Dream.
Oh, they did the initial D movies as well.
Yeah, all of
Guys,
them.
Bang Dream. Okay, they made
Miss yeah, they've done a lot. Wow. Okay. Holy shit.
nobody cares.
But of course, they did Rooster Fighter as well.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Who asked?
Nobody cares.
I only care about Rooster Fighter right now, obviously.
Nobody's listening to
I'm
what I'm
in a very
saying.
Rooster Fighter time in my life.
Yeah. I will say I want to watch the rest of this just because I just want to know where this ridiculous plot goes.
I mean, it's nice as well when you have an anime like this where there is a story, but you do feel like, I can just kind of like chill and watch it week by week. And
it is
enjoy
the
the
best,
absurdity.
Yeah, it is the best. Just turn your brain off and enjoy the ridiculousness type of show. Whoa, hold on, boys. Let me tell you about today's sponsor, Shopify. Starting something new in your life is not just hard, it's absolutely terrifying. So much work goes into that thing that you're not entirely sure will work out, and it can be hard to make that leap of faith. Like when I started my clothing brand, for instance, I had no idea how to run a clothing brand. I just had all of these ideas that I wanted to design and create so that people could wear them and enjoy them. But now, after almost 4 years, I know that I was right in believing in myself and launching that clothing brand despite all the fears and hesitation. And one of the things that really helped me to guide myself through all of that is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names to brands just getting started. With hundreds of ready-to-use templates, Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand's style. You can accelerate your efficiency whether you're uploading new products or trying to improve existing ones. Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. Plus, Shopify is always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. It's time to turn those what ifs into cash money, baby, with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/trash. Go to shopify.com/trash. That's shopify.com/trash. Back to the episode.
Because you said you read the manga for this before watching this,
Yeah.
right?
Well, because I went into the bookstore, I guess it was like maybe a day after the first volume got released.
Yeah.
And imagine, like, I'm just like, all right, let's see what kind of new stuff is, going on in the manga world. And the first thing I see is this fucking aesthetic as shit rooster on the front cover just staring back at me. And I'm like, I have to read this. What the fuck is this? And yeah, it was just as absurd as this. I think the anime, though, does a really good job of, like, again, it's that fine line of ridiculous and just epic.
Yeah.
Which is what anime is all about, in my opinion.
It'll be really interesting to see where the story goes as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, presumably there'll be more characters introduced.
I want to know if KG saves his sister, bro.
Yeah. One thing that I really appreciate watching a show like this is I'm just so curious. What is the process in character designing when it's not human characters?
Yeah, right.
I know how hard it is to give characters the exact features you want to characterize them in the way that you in the way that you envision, which is hard enough for human characters. How do they find that balance? How do we see a character like Elizabeth and you're just like, ooh, okay. What reference material are the artists drawing for? I'm so fucking curious.
I'm just trying to imagine how many chickens did this author have to draw in order for them to be I've got the one.
How do you look at like an aesthetic looking chicken and being like, all right, how do I make this like kind of sexy? Without like going all the way, like
It must inspire.
Yeah.
I thought you told Japanese chicken, and then this all comes.
Yeah,
up.
it's just like
Japanese
cooked chicken. Yeah, like that's the thing, right? Like it needs, like, this author is just teetering on the cusp of like, is it furry? Is this furry art? No, this is proper manga art.
Yeah.
I'm taking this fully seriously.
I mean, luckily there's quite a lot of variations in how chickens look. Right?
Yeah.
Like the amount of like different kind of patterns that they have,
Totally.
and chicks are so cute.
They are so cute.
Goddamn adorable.
And Pyoko's so cute as well.
Yeah. Have you ever held her like a chick? Just let her bounce around your hands.
I have.
Oh, they're so fluffy.
So soft.
God.
I feel like this is a random fact, or maybe random bullshit that I just made up. I think like determining the sex of a chicken is like one of the like hardest jobs in the world or something. It's like one of the most well paid. I could be wrong.
I mean,
apparently like it's impossible to tell the sex of a chicken.
Oh, you mean like a chick?
I think so.
Yeah.
But apparently there are people who can do it.
Yeah, I can tell who's on top. That's what Rooster Fighter taught me.
I mean,
Who's a fucking G?
I was like, what is the mating ritual for chickens? Because were they?
Dude, you just reminded me. I have a friend from school who has this job.
Isn't it like I feel like I saw it on an episode of IQI. It was
yeah.
like it's like one of the hardest fucking hardest things to train for.
Yeah, I just remember my childhood friend Sora. He had a job where his whole thing was like trying to determine the sex of a chicken, and I remember he got paid really well for it.
Yeah, because apparently it's like an insanely hard skill to learn.
I just remembered that.
So there's a Wikipedia called chick sexing, which
methods of chick sexing.
Oh, is by a trained person called a chick sexer. That's
okay. Go to the chick sexer Wikipedia.
Can you just imagine?
Can you Google how much do chick sexers get paid?
What do you do? I'm a chick sexer.
Your job title is a chick sexer.
Yeah, you go to like immigration in America. It's like, what do you do? It's like, I'm a chick sexer. It's like, excuse me?
Excuse me?
Where they get paid nothing.
Wait, what the fuck? In the US.
It's probably that side gig though. Let's be real.
Okay,
Yeah,
now Reddit's saying $60K a year. And that was in like 8 years ago. Damn. Shortage of chicken sexes in the UK despite £40,000 salary.
Damn.
Wow. Damn, come on, UK.
Come on.
Who doesn't want to sex some chicks now and again? Why is that the one?
You might make the next KG. You might.
You will be the next KG.
If you can find KG, you win $1 million.
Yeah. How do chickens actually reproduce? Like,
hey, we saw it, bro. We saw it.
Is the show like law accurate? I say law accurate. Is the show like nature accurate?
Law accurate. Yes, accurate to the chicken law. Well, I mean, because chickens have like I know it's called a cloaca, which is what all birds have, which is just kind of like the one hole for everything kind of thing.
Right.
Internal fertilization. There you go.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So there you go. The rooster mates with the hen by pressing their cloacas together, also known as a cloacal kiss, to transfer sperm. Yeah. So basically, their butthole and the chicken's butthole kiss, and then they get pregnant.
Oh, they go ass to ass.
They go ass to ass, baby.
To ass.
How many kids does KG have that he doesn't know about?
That's what I want to know.
KG probably has a lot of kids out there that he doesn't know about.
Yeah.
Does the Chicken Society have child support? Because I feel for my bro KG.
KG support is destroying the world.
Yeah. Ring up Peter. They'll take care of him.
Maybe KG's actually the bad guy.
No, he's my goat. He's my goat.
He's the goat. Bro's the alpha male of chickens.
Yeah, watch one too many like alpha podcasts and you become the KG the chicken.
Oh my god.
But if you want to go and watch Rooster Fighter, you can do so on Hulu in the US or on Disney Plus internationally. So go watch it. You absolutely will love it. Thank you so much, Viz Media, for sponsoring this section. It was a lot of fun to be able to talk about the show and all of its absurdity.
Yeah. And make sure to, if you missed it, check out our reaction to the first 3 episodes over on the After Dark channel. Should be up there right now.
Yeah,
so check out that link in the description down below.
Hell yeah.
All right. And now from one anime to another.
Which one would you like to talk about first?
Let's talk about what's freshest in our minds, I guess.
Okay.
Because we just watched it this morning.
This was Gaunt's recommendation, I believe.
I mean, I
think
guess.
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're the only one that had seen this prior to us reacting to it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember who chose this one, but this was 100 meters.
I mean, I think we all wanted to watch this one.
Yeah, we all wanted to watch this.
I think this was this was also mentioned in Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah, so
everyone wanted to watch.
Everyone wanted us to watch it. It's 100 meters, and this came out New Year's this year, but it was also out in theaters for a while last year as well. So it's been a while since this came out. A while, depending on your sense of time.
Yeah. And this is the first ever published work from the author of Orb, right?
Yeah, Uoto.
Yeah.
So before making Orb, they made 100 meters, and they've only made currently 2 finished manga, Orb and 100 meters, and goddamn, back-to-back banger, man.
Both are peak.
That's insane they got 2 shows like this back-to-back that are, one, both amazing, and 2 fantastic adaptations in such a short time.
Totally.
Yeah, and 2 very different adaptations.
Yeah, very much so.
Because I guess, what is your guys' thoughts of it? Because
before we get to our thoughts, we did all watch this together on the same couch, and if you want to go and see that reaction, please go and do so. You can sign up to the Patreon to watch more of our reaction to the show.
Hell yeah.
This obviously, it's a very thought-provoking and a very not a very reaction-heavy movie, but still, we gave a lot of commentary during it. And my God, this is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's very, very
Genuinely a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
This is such a good movie.
I was so fucking, like, I came in with high expectations and it met all of them in my eyes.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect from the story, except for it's everything that they make is probably going to make you think and probably going to make you reflect. And I feel like choosing a sports anime as the very first piece of work that they ever made was perfect for the themes that it tried to express.
Just something about sports anime when it's done like this is just becomes like incredibly like philosophical to the point where you don't even need to know or care much about the sport in question for it to like really leave a lasting impact. Like I feel some of the best human dramas to come out of like in the world of manga and anime, a lot of them are the sports ones.
Well, I think that's because sports is a universally understood way of kind of delving into that concept of like, okay, we're everyone has competed in a sport at some point, or even if they're not very good. And I think we've all had that feeling of like, I'm not the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like I am racing, I'm in this thing, but I am not like the best at this.
Yeah.
So I know the sense of defeat. I know the sense of not being good enough. And I know the sense of, even if you're like, like I was the fastest in my school.
Yeah.
I was the fastest in my primary and my high school. So I was like, oh yeah, good. I got hot shit.
Yeah.
And then I get to nationals and I got humbled.
Yeah. Totally.
And it's that realization and that moment of being like, oh wow, I'm not the best.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of people that are better than me. I just wasn't near them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And in this narrow view, I was very good. And that human aspect of, at some point in your life, you have to move on.
Yeah.
You have to be like, all right, I'm not, this isn't my life. I'm not like
I'm washed.
I'm washed.
I'm kind of
My
washed.
girl
I
washed.
fell off low key.
I'm not the Michael Phelps of this sport.
Yeah.
I have to move on.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why sports anime have always been, especially when they take this kind of route to it instead of the Kuroko no Basket route,
Yeah.
a really good vehicle for kind of analyzing, life, motivation.
Like the human condition.
Like everything about just what it means to be happy. And that's, again, when you're watching the show, it is a sports anime, but it's not about the sport.
Yeah.
So,
Totally.
it's
And
also, sorry, can we get this off the screen? It's so distracting. Like, seeing the animation constantly. Sorry, I'm just dumb.
Yeah.
I have a monkey brain.
And that's basically what this movie is about. It is about the 100 meters, and it is about a group of characters and their different approach and philosophy to why they compete in the 100 meters or why they compete in track and field. Why do they run? Which is a question that is constantly asked in this film, which is kind of a metaphor to why do we do anything in life? What is it that drives you? What is it that drives these characters? And you can tell that it's from the author of Orb because every character has such a deep philosophical kind of like
viewpoint.
Yeah.
They're all like differing viewpoints as well, slightly, but in the same way, they also slightly overlap, which makes for like just really interesting dialogue exchanges between characters because there's a lot of like interactions where, you could have 2 different characters that run for different reasons in their own head, but then maybe one thing another character says or one other different viewpoint that another character has kind of makes them reflect on why they think a certain way or, why they want to continue to run or why they even run in the first place, right? And so getting to see as these characters grow older as well, getting to see that like overlapping, but also this like head-to-head in kind of philosophical ideation is just really interesting because, as you said, like even though it's a movie about track and field, it's also about just how you run through life, I guess.
Should we briefly explain the story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can try.
Since you brought it up.
Okay. So it starts off with we have
we get the character names up again because
Togashi.
I'm bad. Togashi, who goes by Koyama for most of the movie, right?
Komiya.
Oh, Komiya. Sorry, Komiya.
Yeah.
No, Komiya's the other guy.
Oh yeah,
Komiya's
sorry. Togashi. So the movie opens up with Togashi, who is this kid who is by far and away the most talented runner in this school.
He's that kid.
Yeah, he's that kid, and even like. The news has picked up on this kid. He's so good that like this kid is a generational talent. He's going to be the GOAT. And then also at the same time, a new kid transfers to the school because it's anime, of course. And that's Komiya, who is a kid that runs like a feral animal. He has no technique. His shoes are shit. But he's got willpower. But he is definitely a worse runner than Togashi. And it's kind of shown that. But he's got the will. And that's like his secret weapon is that he somehow looks like he might be able to catch up to him. So they both race in these the school day in different races, and they both win their respective races. And then suddenly Komiya gets transferred, and then we skip time and go ahead. And then we skip, 5? Oh, I guess they're in high school now, the end of high school.
Yeah, about 5 years, yeah.
And Togashi now, even though he is the GOAT, and he also, when he was a kid, met the current best runner, Zatsu, who is the Japan's #1 runner. Everyone's always talking about how amazing.
No, he
is.
met Nigami.
Yeah.
Oh, Nigami. Oh, sorry.
Nigami.
Oh my God. Sorry.
So Nigami is like someone else who is an up and coming track and field star. Zaitsu is kind of like the
he's like the national champion.
He's like the Otani of this world. You know what I mean? He is like he's the GOAT, setting all of the records.
He's the LeBron of track and field.
Yeah, he's like right up there at the top.
Yeah.
But mainly the show focuses on Togashi and Komiya and kind of like their convergence, and everyone else is kind of like circling around their main kind of like storylines. And you see an opposite narrative between both of these two characters. Togashi is someone who starts off very young, very talented, and someone who has high hopes and would be the person that you think would be like stand at the top of the track and field world. And then as he grows older, he comes to this realization that he may be not as talented as he thought he would, as he thought he could be, you know, as everyone told he would, as everyone told him he would be. And he just kind of like starts achieving less and less and starts losing motivation. Whereas Komiya starts off as an absolute nobody and rises as to one of the most promising track and field stars of this world, someone who can actually rival Zaitsu in terms of his speed. And it's a story about Togashi finding acceptance with his current kind of like skill level, and Komiya kind of like finding why he wants to run in the first place. Why is it that he's so driven to try to be the best? Because he kind of like, his character kind of feels like empty outside of running, you know? And I feel like he comes to that realization at the end where he's like, well, I don't even know why I'm fucking chasing records.
Well, I think his whole philosophy was like, you know, he would say like, you know, if you feel anxiety about like a race or like that you're not good enough, then like put all of that to the side and only focus on you want to run because you want to be in the first place, you want to break records. That's the whole reason why I do it. And then in the end of the movie, he gets absolutely creamed by Togashi and Komiya. And another character, Kaido, as well, who's also another really interesting character. And I think that's the moment where he kind of realizes that, like, once he has actually lost at such a high level, that kind of makes him be like, I think it makes him realize that the motivation that he had to do what he was doing was kind of foolish in a way, like, or, you know, maybe misguided in a certain sense, because he's seeing these other runners who just beat them, but having completely different motivations that have almost like usurped his, you know, philosophy of running, for example. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
There's a lot of ways to interpret this.
Yeah, I guess I feel like I interpreted it differently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
How did you interpret it?
Well, I interpreted, so for example, in the show, let's just, so we can get everyone up to speed.
Yeah.
There's a lot kind of in the middle, but for the main focus of this discussion, I think we can kind of explain the end.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where the end is basically, there's these, I guess there's 4 main runners, I guess. So 3 really, but I guess 4 kind of.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because Kaido's kind of introduced quite later on into the story. But basically it's just one big race at the end. Because Togashi and Komiya had a race prior, which was 10 years prior to the big race where Koyama beat Togashi.
Yeah.
And then the final race at the end, they have one big race where Togashi and Komiya are like neck and neck. And then they're finally happy because they're racing and they're at the same speed, and they're happy because they found an opponent who's,
a worthy opponent.
Both inspire each other basically
Yeah.
to keep improving. And then it cuts. We don't find out who won. But I think like before this, there's a lot of kind of there's this like weird part. Well, not weird. I mean, it's fun. Like where all the characters all kind of start talking and realizing, oh shit, why are we actually doing this?
Yeah.
And I think too, in a sense, the whole movie, obviously it's about running, but there's this, I feel like it's also just not about running at all.
No, it's not.
In any way. Like the running is just the
Metaphor.
The metaphor for what it is. And you'd mentioned that Togashi's motivation's gone. What did you say they were again? I felt like
Togashi's motivation, I said he kind of lost his motivation midway through when he started getting humbled.
Yeah. Originally, when Togashi was a kid, his motivation to run was kind of void. Like he would say as a kid, he's like, oh, I don't really have a motivation to run. I just run because I know that I'm the fastest kid in the school.
I read it as, I thought like Togashi as a character had never like, he's never had like suffered defeat.
Yeah.
And like there's a really good scene, although there's one part of the shot that was goofy and it made me laugh. I feel bad. Where Togashi's in this park, and at one point in the story, Togashi is told by a doctor that he shouldn't run.
Yeah.
But he's injured himself.
He's injured. He can't run. And if he runs, he might permanently damage his leg for life. But because at this point in the story, Togashi hasn't really competed at a serious level, and he hasn't won anything, his sponsors are like, hey, if you don't run, you will lose your job.
Yeah.
We'll make you a coach and you'll never run again. So, he's quite torn about it. And he sees these kids in the park who are trying to win their 100-meter race, and they're kind of, talking to each other about, sports day, about how they're like, what should I do? And Togashi is talking to them, and he's explaining the technique on what to do and how to win. And then there's this moment where he kind of breaks and he realizes that he's explaining to these kids, hey, it's important to make sure that you're okay with losing.
Yeah.
And I think in that moment is when Togashi realizes that he's never okay with it. He's never been okay with it. And the whole story arc of Togashi was, and we're humans, so we're dumb. And we will literally live our whole lives to avoid feeling something, because that's what we do. We're creatures of comfort. And comfort is the enemy of progress. So I think that Togashi's character is that he's just unwilling to, his entire life, to be defeated. Because he's won so many times. Because in high school, it's not expressed that he ever lost anything, but suddenly he started waning his interest. And I felt like that was because of the fear of he never wanted to lose, because the higher competition he keeps going and the older he gets, the more chance he's going to have to face either someone who might make him lose or someone who does. And so when actually facing defeat, he's never been equipped to deal with defeat, whereas Komiya is totally fine getting defeated. For him, it's what inspires him more, because being defeated is to be able to try again and learn.
Hold the phone, boys, because this episode is sponsored by Zocdoc. Finding a doctor you actually need feels like discovering a diamond in the rough. Sure, you want someone in network nearby with open time slots, but let's be honest, that's just the start. You and everybody around you also deserve someone who really listens, makes you comfortable, calms your nerves, explains things clearly. Now, you might think a doctor like that doesn't exist. That's just all fiction, Joey. But you're wrong, because your diamond in the rough doctor does exist, and finding them is easy on Zocdoc. Zocdoc is a free app and website that helps you find and book high-quality in-network doctors so you can find someone you love. We're talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 150,000 providers across all 50 states. Whether you're looking for dermatology, dentistry, primary care, eye care, or one of the other 200+ specialties offered on Zocdoc, you can easily search by specialty or symptom to build the care team that's right for you. Appointments made through Zocdoc also happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments appointments as well. As your typical man who is incredibly bad at booking things for himself, even if they are life-threatening in some instances, if I was living in the US, I would definitely be using something like this to make sure that me and my family are nice and healthy for the rest of our lives. So stop putting off those doctor appointments, dummy, and go to Zocdoc.com/trash to find and instantly book a doctor you love today. That's ZocDoc.com/trash. Zocdoc.com/trash. Big thank you to Zocdoc for sponsoring this message. Back to the episode.
But all the characters have such interesting, I mean, like this discussion that we can have this.
Yeah.
But it reflects on all of us. You know,
yeah.
I think.
And I feel like that's like such a good part of Uoto's writing, where he will have characters and he will use these characters as a vehicle to present different ideas, different viewpoints, but he never explicitly says this is the right one.
Yeah.
You know, he will say, okay, you have here's a bunch of different interesting characters, and you can make your own interpretation, and you can make you can find your own answer through one of these characters.
Yeah.
Because I would say the character that by far I thought had one of the biggest impacts, even though he had like some of the shorter screen time, Kaido.
Oh yeah, Kaido.
My God, what a fucking goated character.
Aura.
Unk shows up for like 5 scenes and steals the show, man.
I mean, if you make Kenjiro voice anything, bro.
Suda Kenjiro's characters are just aura.
They literally, it's so unfair. One man gets to have all that aura.
I know.
Like in a voice. It's chills, dude. Chills.
And it's like a totally different character from the other character he voices in Orb. Which is Noak. 2 totally different characters, but damn, steals the show in both different series as well.
Because Kaido is introduced really late. And he feels like his whole point is kind of just breaking these characters and making them all realize almost like, he's like, hey, I'm old. I know why I'm here, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm in it for the love of the game. This is where I want to fucking be.
Totally.
But I think there's a lot of lines in these that are like really powerful. But I feel like the line, when I first watched this by myself, the line that hit me like the hardest was Kaido's speech to Togashi.
Oh yeah.
Where he was like, look, I've been second best my entire life. You know, I'm fucking tired of being told I was born in the wrong generation. You know, everyone doesn't even I'm not even a blip on anyone's radar. But his speech about breaking out of the reality that he sees for himself by never stopping to believe in himself. You know, he has one job, and that is to believe in himself. So even if no one else does, he still thinks he's going to craft his own reality.
And the way Uoto phrases it too is so good, because he phrases it like Kaido's like, I'm running from reality.
Yeah.
Which is like such a cool like analogy to present in a character like this, because it's like it links that analogy to what he's actually doing physically, which is like, he's like, I'm running for the love of the game. I'm running so that I could just be like, I don't give a fuck what anyone says about me or what they call me. I'm doing this because I believe in myself and I know I can be the best.
I mean, in human life, like introspection is one of the hardest things to consistently do to yourself. To be able to actually sit down and come to terms with what is happening emotionally for yourself, what is happening in your life, and to be able to genuinely, and I I know there's some problems in my life, like to genuinely be uncomfortable with those feelings. Because for Kaido, right, like he's mentioned this, he's number 2, sure, on the track, cool. But what that entails is that you're on the track for 10 seconds. The rest of your time, you have to sit with what happened on those tracks for 10 seconds. And in between all those races and all those competitions. And to be able to push that, hey, I am introspective. I have been able to see that I'm realistic here. I know what I'm dealing with. You need to do it too. It was such a cool moment. And then he fucking gets a win in the semi heats.
Oh,
which
man.
which was so sick because he locks in. He goes,
locks in.
alternate reality.
That moment where he just like locks in and he goes, I will break this reality. And he does it. I remember like first time watching it, I was like, fuck, yes.
Into the Kenjiro's voice.
Yes.
It's like,
oh my God. Ankh has still got it, man. I don't know how old he's meant to be, but I feel like he's way older.
This Ankh fast as
He
fuck.
looks way older than he's actually like canonically meant to be in this.
I mean, he looks how every Final Fantasy says you look when you're like 30. he looks like decrepit in Final Fantasy terms.
Yeah.
I also really love Zaitsu.
Zaitsu didn't get too many scenes either.
No, but the scene where he goes into, there's a scene in this movie which maybe is all time for me. He goes into school to give a speech to all the aspiring athletes in Kyushu with Komiya, and he's kind of weird because he's just kind of like very weirdly upfront and
emotionless.
Yeah.
kind of like
Blunt?
nihilistic and blunt to
No,
these kids.
I feel like this was Woto reading a book on nihilism, and he was just going to be like, I want to make a character
That is nihilist,
solely around that.
So, the school leader is like, I forgot what he even asks. It doesn't really matter that much compared to what he asks something. And
He asks,
gets
why'd
it
you
with-
run?
Right. And then Komiya goes, hey, I have like really bad anxiety. How do you deal with it as a runner? How do you deal with anxiety? And then he goes, what did he say? He goes something along the lines of like,
Deal with it.
No, run from anxiety or something.
Yeah.
You should outrun your anxiety.
Yeah, he's like, don't let anxiety get in the way. Yeah, just put it to the side. But I will say, I think for me, like one of the most memorable lines in the movie is from Zaitsu, like near the end, where I forgot who he was talking to, but he says this line, which I thought was really good, where he was like, if you're, being in first is no different to being in last if there is no one around you.
Oh, I like that line.
I love that line so much because it's like, because, his entire life has just been, he's always been at the top of the game. He's always been first, almost to the point where he's talking to Komiya. Yeah, he was like, his entire upbringing, he was always like the national champion, always at number one. Even, when you look at his character, it's almost like he wasn't even trying to like be that. It's just like God-given talent. And then when he finally confronts Komiya about like, being number one all the time isn't the point. And, maybe being number one all the time isn't the reason why you should be running all the time. And it's this kind of moment where even Zaitsu realizes that the way, or I guess the mentality that he has towards running is potentially a little bit flawed.
Yeah.
Especially after, and this is before he loses in like a really, really bad way at the end that, makes him be like, actually, I quit. This game sucks. I thought it was like a really memorable line.
Yeah, I also... there's oh my God, there's so much fun stuff to talk about and to analyze. Like, even the scene directly after this, there's a scene where I think his name is Tsuneda, who is the at the time of where the scene was placed, was kind of the number one runner in the club at the school that Komiya was at, and he kind of breaks down for like a number of reasons. Like, I'm sure like he's jealous of the potential that Komiya is showing.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot going on. But he kind of explodes at Komiya and it's like, hey, your fucking body is like begging you to stop running.
Yeah.
It can tell something's not right.
Yeah.
And I think there is like, although the motivations might be misplaced, where that might be coming from, I think it's such
He's
a cool
still spitting.
scene. He's right.
Yeah, he is right.
Because
Bars.
what is like through all this like aura farming and cool fucking one-liners is that like he's quite right. Like even Zaitsu, who doesn't realize it at the time when he's telling him, hey, you should run from your anxiety.
Yeah.
Is that Zaitsu's also not got it figured out either.
Yeah.
No.
Zaitsu at this point doesn't realize why he's even running, really. And he's so confidently saying these things because he's just the fastest runner.
Yeah.
And so we're listening to him in this story because he comes from a position of being the best, of being number one.
Yeah.
Which, in the world and of what we've built is that, that guy must be right because he's the best at what he does.
Yeah.
And he must have it figured out.
Yep.
When he might just be more mentally broken than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Totally.
But we're listening to him because we put people on a pedestal for the results they can achieve in certain things. And he's right about, Tsuneda is right about Komiya because, the one time that Komiya gets beaten in the race by the old guy, it's like he gets mind broken, like in a hentai, bro. His whole worldview is broken now because he realizes, what the fuck is it all for? This old guy who's like having fun just beat me.
Totally.
And so it's such an awesome like take on, sometimes when we're working or when we're spending time with people, we're so willing to like throw ourselves into something to not have to think about that anxiety, to not have to think about
reality,
what is actually happening around us. And even in this, it's like we don't see anything of their lives outside of racing.
No, we don't.
Which I think is great. It's like if they had like a sad backstory going on or whatever, I think it would take away from it because I think it's meant to be like you don't know anything about these guys other than what they show through their like on track and track life. And it's so powerful because of that. And there's a lot to take away from this, and I feel like a lot of people will probably end up watching this and feel a lot of the things, but maybe not know how to break them down and kind of internalize some of the messaging and kind of be a bit more introspective about it. Because that's the takeaway here is to be introspective, is to look at what you're doing in your life and why are you doing it? Like, why are you really doing it? Are you really happy? Like, go deeper. Don't just feel like, I think I'm happy. Like, there's so much more layers, and we're so bad as humans kind of like really delving into how we feel about these things. And it's so cool seeing almost like 4 or 5 different perspectives and how that changes based on who is currently the guy running 10 seconds fastest. You know, like it's so fun. Like what a cool thing.
And I think it speaks volumes that you've just seen 3 people quote 3 different lines that have hit us in 3 different ways. There will be a line in there that hits you and makes you think, because there'll be a line that makes you think, oh shit, I kind of relate to this, or I never thought about it like that, because that's just how dense this movie is in terms of how many like life-changing or life-reflecting lessons and viewpoints there are in this one short film. Which just, it's so fucking powerful.
And also, can we talk about the fucking animation?
I was gonna get to that.
Oh my god. Like, so this anime does rotoscoping in a way that is probably the best I've seen in anime.
By far.
By far.
Like, there are the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Some of the most accurate running animation you'll ever see that actually looks amazing and realistic, which is what you want for a show that's this grounded in reality. And that prolonged shot of that one race in the rain is insane. I've never seen anime do that before. Because
that was the shot before the midpoint turn, where before we jump 10 years ahead. But it was just the perfect shot.
So good.
There is a shot that lasts for about 1 minute and 40 seconds. I think I timed it out. Something around there. It's a very, very long shot, and it is the start, shows you the entire beginning and build up of what is the culmination at that point of like the biggest race at that point that we've seen, where both of the 2 main characters get to race it out. And it just holds on this shot, and the music builds, and it just lets you live in the moment before the race, because the race doesn't last. The race barely lasts like anything compared to the build-up. It's 10 seconds. That's
10 seconds,
right? But it lets you build. It lets the audience feel that anticipation before this monumentally big race. And then after the shot's over, it goes to silence, and it's only like sound effects and heavy breathing.
It's
and that's all you hear.
It's basically like, it's just 30 seconds of just like the rain getting stronger and stronger and stronger until it just turns into white noise. And then it just cuts, and it's this beautiful moment, because it's the moment when you really see Togashi and everything that he has kind of built his life around when it comes to track and field, and like, you know, what he thought was his purpose in all of this, and what his whole purpose in just life is in general, and what he, you know, believes in, just snap at that moment.
I mean, he hadn't lost before this. This is the first time he's ever lost.
And he lost to Komiya as well, of all people, you know. So that was the turning point, where I guess, in a sense, where reality actually sets in for Togashi, and he discovers for the first time the anxiety and the true scariness that is the reality of his life. And you know, as he becomes an adult, he's still trying to figure that out. And I think that's what I like about Togashi, is that he really is a fantastic representation of a person who is just in a constant journey to figure out what their purpose in life is and why they do what they want to do and what they want to achieve and what they want to strive for, which I think a lot of people can relate to. You know, it's like there's a lot of people out there that think they know what they want to be or think they know what they want to believe in, and then something or some element in their life makes them maybe pivot a 180 or makes them think otherwise or maybe makes them self-doubt. But at the end of the day and at the end of this movie, it's kind of insinuated that maybe Togashi hasn't exactly figured out the answer to his life, but he's gotten one step closer.
Yeah.
You know, which is how I interpret the ending of the movie.
I think Togashi was probably like the right choice to be the main character, because I think a lot of people, pretty much everyone, can relate to that feeling of feeling like you're a superhero when you're a kid at a certain thing.
Yeah.
And then just that moment where you get humbled when you reach adulthood or you enter a bigger high school or something like that. You're raised
into the real world.
Yeah, into the real world. You're raised to think that life is going to be easy, that you figured stuff out, and then everyone reaches that point when you realize, oh, this shit is hard.
Yeah, because even in the movie, we see everyone, you know, he gets the fucking press tour with the current record holder.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone's telling him he's the best.
That he's the GOAT.
So, you know, it's a hard thing to have to grow up with that and then realizing you're not.
Yeah, totally.
Especially when, you know, you go, even for him, he goes up until he's like 18 before he suffers a defeat.
Yeah.
And then it takes him 10 years to get over it.
Yeah.
And then he only gets over it because he only thinks he has 3 races left.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he medically won't be able to. It takes him literally having to like force retirement for him to finally get over the fact that he can lose.
Yeah.
Like he can't get over that for the entire show.
Yeah. And I just thought when it ended, and I thought it was such a perfect ending where we didn't get to see who won. After all this build up about who the fastest person can be, about records, about shattering your preconceived reality, we don't see who won because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It never was about winning or losing. It was always about why and what the drives are. You know, and I thought it was such a succinct ending to this film that encapsulates all of the themes that it was trying to portray in it.
We could literally talk about this for hours.
we could.
Music, godlike, as always.
I would actually say what stood out to me in a lot of this wasn't actually the music, it was the lack of it in a lot of
It
scenes.
plays with silence a lot.
It does.
Well, the sound, the Foley was like phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, all the sounds of everything sounded so good.
Yeah. But I also feel like what made some of these lines really like stick in was there's a lot of times when the silence holds for an almost uncomfortable period of time.
Yeah.
Where a character will say something and you see they have this kind of like they're thinking or they have this realization and they won't say anything. They will just stand there. And it gives you that breathing room to just also feel what the character is feeling as well.
Yeah, the movie takes its time because it understands that the messages that it's trying to convey to the audience takes time to process, I think.
Yeah.
It's also a pretty short movie, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
In this
it
landscape,
is.
that's short.
Yeah.
It used to be normal length. It's a very good, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's phenomenally paced. You know, there are a lot of characters to kind of keep track of.
Yeah.
But it never feels overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's all just meticulously done, and the time skips are never jarring. Like it always feels like it makes complete sense
At the perfect time as well.
Yeah. Like you never feel like you're lingering too much on an era. There's like 3 different eras that they're on. It's just phenomenal. Like really, really amazing stuff. And it's just so cool.
Yeah.
And like what a cool depiction of just being a human being.
Yeah.
You know, and dealing with like, you know, your reason for life, mental wellness, all this shit, man. Like it's all here.
Everyone is flawed in different aspects. And I think this movie does such a good job of like exploring all of that and characters trying to figure all of that out.
Yeah, I also just thought that they chose just the perfect sport for this.
Yeah.
The concept of 100 meters, which is your entire life being condensed down to 10 seconds. That's like,
and it's so primal as well.
Yeah,
the act of running is so primal.
Yeah, there's just something fucking romantic about that idea. You know, like you sacrifice your entire life for just 10
seconds,
10 short seconds.
Yeah,
you know. Like,
this is the most serious we've ever been on Anime Club, so that tells you something about this movie.
I mean, I could praise this for days.
Yeah.
And last thing I last thing I want to end on is, damn, what is the mangaka gonna do next?
Yeah, I mean, they've
back to back this hard.
It is also kind of like frustrating. I don't really care about this kind of stuff in general normally, but it's so annoying that like, why can we never get Japanese movies like nominated in like Oscars and stuff for awards?
Yeah.
This fucking needs awards, bro.
Yeah.
This is so fucking good. I wish more people would watch this, but they won't just because it's Japanese and they have to watch subtitles. But there's a dub too, but it's just like so frustrating because both of these shows are amazing. And it's awesome seeing the aspect of character writing and just the absolute understanding of human emotions that this author has. I forgot the name. Uoto.
Yeah.
Because like even in Chi, you can see them kind of take these same ways of handling characters but putting them towards something else, which is the goal of just human progression.
Yeah.
And what that looks like when different types of people are willing to sacrifice for the goal of progress and understanding, which can be kind of a nebulous kind of thing at times that, you know, is a thankless job to advance human understanding, but, you know, we're all better for it. And it's such a cool thing to see. And I mean, if anything, this is probably like the most exciting author right now to watch. I feel like
I feel like top two right now is like anything that Uta makes and Tatsuki Fujimoto as well.
Yeah.
You know, we are living in an era of exciting ass mangaka coming out. You know, you look back in the period where, you know, imagine what it would be like living through the period where you get to see what Naoki Urasawa makes next. You know, that's how I feel reading these works. Totally. I'm like, damn, this is just goated after goated stuff, man.
They can't go back to back to back.
What the fuck?
Wait, they can.
Wait, you made Monster, then 20th Century Boys, then Pluto,
then Billy Bat?
Billy Bat. What the? Oh my lord.
He don't miss.
It's just awesome to see that there's still so many talented authors, like still kind of, you know, making amazing manga and
what's
stories.
To say there's like so many mangaka out there that are just hiding in the rough, you know?
Yeah.
And just need to be dug up either by an anime adaptation or whatever it might be.
This feels like a must watch. Everyone's got to watch 100 meters.
Yeah.
It's an hour and a half of your day.
Yeah.
Go and watch it. It is fucking life-changing.
If Orb wasn't already a must-watch, like 100 meters is also a must-watch. Anything that I think this author is responsible for, I think is a must-watch for anyone.
You're hitting 2 out of 2 bangers like that. It's kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah.
What the hell are they going to make next?
Yeah, I know, right? How did they top this?
Have they announced what they're working on next? Or
I'm not sure.
I'm sure. Because I think she ended quite a while ago, from my understanding. Like the manga.
The manga started in 2020. Can we see when she ended?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the
the manga? When did the manga end? Because it only has like 8 volumes? Yeah. It's only got 8 volumes.
Oh, yeah. April
2022. So they haven't done anything since in about 4 years.
They're cooking.
They're cooking.
I believe.
You know it's good when the genres is award winning.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, even if they never made another one, I'd still be very happy. So I hope I hope they're working on something because they have a lot to say, and I think they're a fantastic
imagine
writer.
the flex of having 2 anime adaptations within a year, and they both actually be runner for like anime of the year contenders.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like, that's an insane body of work.
Yeah, legit.
You know?
So we're excited to see what Uoto has to offer next, but we've got one more anime for this week's Anime Club, and it is a Patreon suggestion.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say it's maybe one of the more talked about shows of this season? When I looked at this season's chart, I think it was sitting at like number 4.
There's a lot.
There's a lot going on this season, though.
There is a lot going on this season.
There's a lot going on this season.
Yeah.
It was weird because when episode 1 came out, this was like, this would not get off my feed. And then I feel like I haven't heard as many people talk about this. Maybe when we had the Anime Club Patreon suggestions, they were like, this was when Sentenced to Be a Hero, which is what we're going to talk about, was like the hottest IP. And then it's just kind of continued as usual. Everyone is talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, Free Ren, and
so I think there's a couple of things happening there, at least with the conversation. I think Free Ren and Jujutsu Kaisen are like massively memed constantly.
Yes.
So I think that is also helping quite a lot with the fact that they're constantly in public dialogue.
Well, it's rated quite highly.
But it's
But yeah.
You know, that first episode was pretty insane.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm caught up on it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm caught
Wait,
up.
how many episodes are out?
Right now, there's 10.
Yeah, you watched all 10 episodes?
I watched all 10 episodes because I don't know about you guys. I really fucking love this show.
Yeah, I fucking loved
This
it.
is awesome. This was fucking sick.
It was sick.
I'm just like, because, you know, when I saw the title, not Reincarnate, sorry, Sentenced to be a Hero, you know, I thought to myself, oh, fuck, another isekai slop. And then that first 1 hour long episode, I was like, okay, this is different.
This gave me, like, I don't know why, but like Rising of the Shield Hero
I was about
vibes.
to say, this is Rising of the Shield Hero if you darkened it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think it's as edgy as Rising.
I don't think, it's definitely not as edgy. Yeah.
But I feel like it hit a lot harder in some ways, dare I say.
Yes.
Not to say I didn't enjoy Rising of the Shield Hero, because I watched the whole season and Kevin's music was amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kevin. But I didn't watch the rest. But this was phenomenal. That first episode, I love this trend of like when the episode is an hour, you know it's good.
You know you're
eating good. So when I first saw this first episode was an hour, I was like, oh, okay, shit, all right.
You didn't say that about Oshinoko though.
Yeah, that's true.
No, okay. I want to say, by the way, I was fucking right about Oshinoko. I called it from episode 2. That shit was going to go downhill so fucking fast. The writing was on the wall from episode 2, and if you couldn't see it, you're incompetent. Okay, I saw it. Okay, sorry, I was getting that out of my system.
You're good.
I'm so annoyed at people being like, I had no idea this show fell off. I'm like, it fell off from episode 2, you dumb bitch. Anyone could tell. Sorry. Okay,
but anyway, back to Sentenced to be a Hero.
Sorry.
Wow. If we weren't talking about Sentenced to be a Hero now.
If we weren't talking about a good show.
So it opens up.
Yep.
Insane animation from the get-go.
Oh my God.
Not only does this... the first thing that stands out is that the creativity of the shots in the action of the
POV
first...
shots, dude.
Oh, it starts off with a POV shot.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, we've seen this a couple of times, but it's nice. Constantly, they use the action and the swipes of the actions to change the camera angle.
Yeah.
And it is just absolute cinema from the get-go.
I don't know who directed this, but they fucking cooked
I will
in
tell
the
you
direction.
who directed this. This was directed by the guy, you haven't watched Mushoku Tensei. It's the guy who directed probably some of the best episodes of season 1 of Mushoku Tensei.
Oh, okay.
Is the one where they fight in the ice thing?
Yeah, Turning Point 2.
Yeah.
It's that episode. He was the episode director of that episode. And he is now directing Sentenced to be a Hero, which is why it looks so damn
It looks
fantastic.
so fucking good.
Yeah, this first episode, there's a sequence in the first part that goes on for about 4 or 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just like movie level
It is movie
animation,
level.
Yeah.
but 5 minutes straight, and you're like, okay, they've run out of gas.
Yeah.
And then
They can't keep this up for an
changes
hour.
into second gear, and they keep going. And the show for the whole hour just keeps getting better and better with the animation.
Yeah.
It goes off the fucking charts.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's got this awesome fucking, and I love the colors as well. It's so...
The explosions
I was about to
look
say
beautiful.
Yeah, it's really the one thing that I immediately noticed from episode 1 is that even though this is meat and potatoes dark fantasy, like it is dark fantasy, very gory, very violent, it is so vibrant, which is such a nice contrast because when you think dark fantasy, you think like dreary, grayscale, very dark, to make sure that like the gloomy atmosphere is like holding on.
Yeah.
Whereas this anime was just like, nah, the monsters are going to be like neon colored.
Yeah.
Which somehow works.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know how, but it works.
There's when I watch a lot of like new fantasy, like basically fantasy / isekai adaptations, there's always like the filter. There's always the checklist about, okay, is this going to be a trashy show? Number 1, they had demon lords in this. The demon lords weren't fuckable. All right, they probably are trying to take this world seriously.
Yeah.
Number 2, you don't start off the episode with like a 5-minute long monologue.
Yeah, a reincarnation monologue.
Yeah, like a reincarnation monologue, be like saying exposition about the world building and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What I really enjoyed was like you could see, for example, some of the like weapons and technology that the soldiers were using.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they had their own kind of like logic about how they function, but it
Like
never
magic
Sacred
systems.
seals.
it never
Sacred
really
seals.
gets
Cool.
like explained to you. They just show it and let you kind of like figure out what these certain things do.
I can very quickly explain the first episode. We start off with a really cool sequence of action of, I believe, Dota, who's carrying some kind of box that's all wrapped up, and it looks very heavy, and he's running around with it, getting away from these guards. Then a giant frog covered in this like infection-looking thing is just absolutely decimating them, and the action sequence is so cool. It's so gory. It's so over the top. Then Xylo, our main character, kind of pops in, kills this thing, and is like, "What the fuck are you doing, you dumb little bitch?" He's like, "I don't know. I was just stealing this coffin." And we're kind of introduced to one of the most like interesting things in this world at this point, because as the Xylo saves Dota from this frog that's about to kill him, he's got this like stake impaled in him, and he's like, "Just fucking kill me and resurrect me later." He's like, "Are you fucking dumb? If I do that, you'll be reborn with less memories, and you'll be stupid, and you'll fucking hate me for that." He's like, "No, just fucking kill me." He's like, "You're a dumb bitch.
Stop being a baby."
He's like, "Let me just fucking do this." So he helps save him, even though it's very painful. And then he, it cuts, and that's the first sequence. It's a really fucking cool sequence. I'm glossing over it just to get you all up to speed.
Gives you the information nice and quick.
And we get to learn about one of the main mechanics of this world, which is that these heroes, for whatever reason, can be resurrected. And it seems like almost like a curse. We don't know why.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Bro, what the hell are you?" Xylo's like, "What the hell is that in that box?" He's like, Dota's like, "I don't fucking know. I just stole it. I don't remember why." He's like, "You're a dumb bitch."
Bro's the biggest kleptomaniac I've ever seen.
It turns out Dota is definitely a klepto. And so he goes over, he's like, "Bitch, let me see what's in this box." He's like, "Is this a fucking coffin?" He's like, "Yeah, I guess it's a freaking coffin." So he opens the coffin, and inside is a lolly. Now, this is where I was like, "Oh no, please. No, what is this? Please don't go in a weird direction." And he's like, "Why do you have this?" He's like, "Have what?" He's like, "This is a motherfucking goddess. This is a weapon that kills the fucking demon lord, you dumb fuck. How did you get this? I hate these things." He's like, "I don't know, man." And so anyway, he's like, they hear some fighting going on, so they run away from the coffin to look at the fighting. And as they're looking over, this girl, Teorita, pops out and is like, "Oh, you have summoned me. I will be your goddess." And he's like, "Bitch, I don't fucking like goddesses. Get out of here." Yeah, he's like, "Who asked?" So he goes over and saves these knights from all these fucked up frog things by throwing his like kunai that explode on touch. And it's explained later on, this is from his sacred seals, which is, I guess, some kind of like tablet which allows him to harness this energy.
Some kind of power system that works as well.
If the drawing and carvings are just right. So it's really interesting. So he does that, saves these guys, and then these knights who he just saved to our main character, Xylo, they're like, "Oh, you fucking piece of shit." He's like, "Bitch, I just saved your life." And they're like, "Oh, you're a fucking hero, you disgusting little bitch." This is exactly the dialogue.
Paraphrasing.
And then the Guardian comes over, who's kind of playing this role of like helping us get a bit of the story, the exposition. She's like, "Why do they hate you? You just saved them." He's like, "Well, it's because I'm a hero. I don't know. I did some fucked up crime, and my sentence is to be a hero." Title drop.
Which is in the world, in this world, is a punishment that is worse than death.
Yeah, you're sentenced to be a hero, which is why they can be resurrected and called upon, because they have to serve the orders given to them. Anyway, the knights are like, "Why the fuck do you have the goddess? That's fucked up." And she's like, "I want to be tied to Xylo, the hero." And they're all like, "That's disgusting. He's a hero. You're a goddess. You should be with a holy knight, one of us." And then it gets ring, ring. It's the guy and his voice in his head. The guy, I guess, who's controlling these heroes, like, "Bitch, you got to go over here. There is a World War III happening, and the demon lord is approaching. And for some reason, the holy knights are going to sacrifice themselves to try and kill it." He's like, "Oh my God, for real?" So he goes over there, goes to try and help them, and all these holy knights are just getting decimated. But this is also where we start to see some of the cool technology. Like, we see, like, they have a mixture of, like, medieval with, like, magical. And I do like this, but I like when it's rooted in a bit of, like, there's a bit more mechanicalness to the magic as opposed to it just being magic with sticks. It's like there's capsules filled with some kind of lightning that they can shoot, but it runs out like a shell. So it's quite cool. They try to fight off this demon lord who is approaching, the 47th demon lord. Unfortunately, they're not strong enough. And Xylo, our main character, has been absolutely wiping out all of these like mini spawns, but you know, the demon lord's still there.
Yeah, we should say that the demon lord is kind of like this big fucking kaiju. Massive kaiju that like it's pumps out chlamydia or something like that, you know, to all like
its
the creatures.
Cock is out the entire time.
Yeah,
it's like an actual demonic creature, which you never see in anime fantasy anymore.
And for some reason, you know, it's the knights all hate the heroes a lot, even though they're helping. And it's kind of almost forbidden for them to fight the demon lord without specific orders for some reason. We don't know why yet. Anyway, Xylo tries to fight it with no luck, and all the Holy Knights are being wiped out. But Xylo, throughout this entire hour, has basically been like, I hate Guardians. I do not want to use this little lolly girl's powers because I hate these fucking things. Base. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And then finally he realizes he can't beat it unless he accepts her power.
Yeah.
So of course they make a pact, which involves him letting the
blood sacrifice. Basically,
he has to let the girl lick his blood, sure, and in return he has to give head pats to her because of course. That's the currency.
That is always the currency.
Feisty little lolly.
Yes.
So with the power, they can vanquish the Demon Lord. And then, yippee, everyone's happy. Oh no, he broke a lot of laws apparently while doing this, even though he saved the world. So everyone is pissed at him.
He is the worst hero that has been sentenced to be a hero because he committed the crime of killing a goddess.
He's a goddess killer.
He is a goddess killer.
Goddess, not guardian. Sorry, I kept calling goddess.
And Teodita hears that and she's like, word? I'm stuck with this guy?
And right before the episode ends, we get a flashback where it pretty much alludes that he was kind of set up.
Yeah.
But Xylo learned something. We learned something very important from Xylo in the flashback where he explains he killed his previous goddess because apparently when the goddesses use their powers,
they overused her powers.
Overuse their powers. Yeah. It's kind of like a life force. When they've used it all, they start kind of deteriorating and kind of get weirdly enough, the demon infection.
Or they get infected by that demon lord.
So he killed her to put her out of her misery because she was, already gone.
Yes. But the church covered it up.
They deny it.
They deny it. It never happened. The church are like, goddesses are completely safe. Do not worry. They cannot be corrupted by demon lords.
We see no evidence in our files.
Yes.
We have done an investigation on ourselves and found we are not guilty.
Yes. Sound familiar?
That's the first episode. But what I'm glossing over is that it is a absolute treat for the eyes and ears.
Yeah, that was episode
this.
1, by the way.
Yeah, it's episode 1. It's 50 minutes, and it's basically just like a movie, and it is movie quality by and I'm not exaggerating by any means. This is like an insane first episode, and then it does kind of slow down a bit in the next, obviously, because that's such an insane first episode.
Yeah.
And then we kind of start setting up for the more the side characters. In the next couple of episodes, we are introduced to my favorite, Norgal.
The king?
Yeah, the king.
The king.
He's my favorite.
Your Majesty.
He's so cool.
No, he's not an actual king, but
he's a terrorist.
Yeah.
He's a terrorist.
That's your go. This is your go.
And Xylo goes, that's Norgal. He thinks he's the king. He's a terrorist. I'm not kidding. I was like, that's my go. And then they have Tatsuya, who's kind of like the berserker guy.
Yeah.
He's been resurrected so many times. He's kind of lost all his memories and sense of self.
Which, by the way, if you guys didn't know, funniest thing, he's voiced by the same guy who voiced Kirito.
Yo!
So everyone's joking. He's just like crackhead Kirito.
Yeah. But like the side characters are so fucking good.
And best girl,
Kivia.
Yes.
Kivia is best girl.
You think Kivia's best girl?
Yes.
3 episodes in, she's still not best girl for me because she still hasn't redeemed herself.
Kivia.
But you can see that she's on the already in episode 3. They're setting up she learns maybe the church is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Look, I'm on episode 10. She's best girl.
But far and beyond best.
And beyond best.
I remember the first time you see her out of her armor and just being a normal person. I'm like, ooh, okay,
Can I see? Do we have Kivia outside of armor?
No, it's just her being. It's not even fan service. It's just like finally, when she stops being knightly for a sec, I fucking love this trope. When they stop being like this, I'm a honorable knight, and then you just see them as a normal person. You're like,
but that's the other thing, right? That I love about the show. No fan service. 10 episodes in, and there's not a lick of fan service because it takes itself so seriously because it is. Again, meat and potatoes dark fantasy with some really interesting elements.
Yeah. I mean, that's why when, admittedly, when I saw Teodita. Sorry, I'm thinking of the Pokemon.
Totera.
That's how I keep reading it. Teodita. There is always that worry when you build a really edgy world and they introduce the cute lolly character. You're like, oh no.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh
for sure.
no. Are they going to make her like some kind of weird fucking thing?
Like weird relationship.
Yeah. I mean, because...
No, I get it.
When they introduce characters like this, you're always like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But, thank God... she's just really freaking cute.
She's just a cute, wholesome goddess.
At least in the first 3 episodes, you can appreciate her just being a fucking cute little feisty girl. Yeah. And it's so cute. And I love
just wants head pats.
Yeah, and I love the relationship that they all have with her too. It's all so sweet and endearing. Like it's just. I'm just so fucking happy, man. It's so good to see. It's fucking awesome. And it feels like a fucking awesome team, dude. It's sick. I really like the team that we've been introduced to.
Right now, I am not as far as Joey. I'm a few episodes behind, but it's just been a very, very fun show.
Yeah.
It's nice to see dark fantasy coming back because last year we also had a show called Clevitis.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
I feel like that and Sentence to Be a Hero has just been like classic dark fantasy coming back where it is less just like, oh, here's some edgy fan servicey kind of like show and more actually, okay, we're actually going to spend time and effort with proper world building, building up this cool fucking fantasy world with its own logic and own rules and everything. I feel like my only issue with this show right now is that the story is a little bit tropey.
For sure.
It's kind of like, oh, okay, the church is the bad guy in a fantasy world. Yeah. Okay.
And like everyone is so annoyingly like racist towards heroes. But it's like I wholeheartedly believe in this world that heroes could be seen as like, oh my God, you can't go near those guys. But like to an extent that you're like, oh my.
But that's what makes me want to know why in this society heroes are treated this way. Like what led it? Has it always been like this in this world? And if not, what led it to become like this?
Yeah, because we don't have the, at least in episode 3, we're missing a lot of the context of why everyone seems to be so terrified and hates these guys.
Yeah.
Whereas like when the miners get like rescued by the heroes, they're like, hey, I think you're cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought you were just a dumb, stupid hero, but you're all right, miss. You ain't white boy.
So, I think I'm just hoping that there is a bit of progression on the point where they kind of explain that aspect of it a bit more.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, we all just hate them. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, because my problem with Shield Hero, and it's something that I don't think this is going to fall into, and I hope this doesn't fall into, is when so they both are revenge stories about against like someone or a system that has wronged the main character.
Yes.
In Shield Hero, it is like everyone is the dumbest motherfucker in this world and the most incompetent person, and it's now Fumi who is the only actual competent person.
Yeah.
And the narrative like brings him up by bringing everyone else down.
Yeah.
And I feel that's just a little bit cheap and a little bit like, okay, kind of like takes me out of it. It makes the story and the characters feel less realized, and it more feels like the world is revolving around the character as opposed to just the character being an aspect of this world itself.
Yeah, definitely.
And I hope that this doesn't fall into the trap, because right now Xylo seems like he can do a triple backflip, save 5 armies, and people be like, nah, you a fucking hero though. I'm blind.
Like, so
I'm blind.
annoying.
Yeah.
He's a filthy hero.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I could understand there being a lot of prejudice there.
Yeah.
But like even when he saves the Holy Knights initially, there's like no wavering whatsoever in their prejudice at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, I understand that they've been conditioned, but it's like, it doesn't feel realistic because you could still be extremely racist or prejudiced against all the heroes. But if the guy just saved your life, you might be like, eh. You know what I mean? You might like, you might drop it for a second.
Yeah.
And that's a very human thing to do, to put on up a face to someone and lie to them, especially if you don't respect them.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like that. That was like kind of, what I feel is keeping this from being like the top tier shows that might.
Yeah.
Some of the other Joey, 10 episodes in.
Yeah,
10 episodes in. So a bunch of other characters are introduced 10 episodes in. And we are currently right now kind of in like a pivotal point, I guess, because this is only a 1 core, I believe. So there's only going to be 12 episodes.
Yeah, which is a shame.
Which is a shame. But there is a lot of material in the original light novel. So I reckon there's going to be a season 2 of this. But even if not, right now we're kind of in like this interesting case where like we're slowly starting to figure out what the demons might actually be or what they're even capable of being.
Yeah.
And it's also building a really interesting point about how the humans in this world interact with not only the church, the holy church that is clearly reigning supreme on everybody, but also the people who are against that church or even against the demons and how their dynamics are happening. So it's kind of going in an interesting direction. I hope they continue to like explore that because it is, I think, an interesting point that makes the world feel more alive, like independent of the characters. But again, I don't know because I've never read the source.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad there's like factions because I think that makes the world a lot more,
like organic. Yeah,
because there would be different levels of devotion and extremists, and depending on what their beliefs are. Right?
Definitely.
Especially in such a big kingdom.
Yeah, I think the thing that stood out for me about this thing, outside of just the amazing animation, production values, and action, and all that, is just it's an interesting world with its own like political system as well, but also the concepts, not only the hero dynamics as well and the hero mechanism, but also just having your weapons of mass destruction be like be just little girls. Little girls.
Yeah, I want to get some. I hope later on or at some point they explain why the fuck it's little girls.
Yeah. Well, we do actually. I think it's in like episode 7 or 8. We do very briefly see another goddess.
Yeah.
Like very, very briefly.
Because she's like number 20.
13.
Oh, 13.
Yeah, but it's only ever been known that there were 12.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Teodita is like the secret 13th goddess, and no one knows why.
Oh.
And that's been hidden by the church.
Because they say it in the dialogue when they say like something about she's a mistake or something.
Yeah.
Or some kind of failed experiment.
Yeah, something like that.
It's a flashback.
I think you see like the 8th goddess or something, and she also demands head pats. So I guess it's just like a goddess neutral thing.
It's just a
light novels always have something like this.
This is the power fantasy. This is the power fantasy part of this fantasy series.
Every single fucking edgy ass show will have one moment where they're like, but we demand head pats. You're like,
men want one thing, and it's to give head pats to cute anime girls. That's
true.
That is all we want.
Valid.
All right.
Is it a crime to want head pats?
God.
We don't always want to be Kirito or Sung Jin Woo.
Yeah.
We just want to give cute anime girls head pats. That's it. But
I really enjoyed Norgal when they went a little bit into the sacred stones. I already said it.
Sacred seals.
I said it earlier. I forgot it. The sacred seal system. I thought that was a really cool system because it's kind of.
And how he kind of has he's like kind of the only one known that possesses the ability to create seals as well.
Yes,
right?
He mentioned briefly that it would take 4 to 5 really skilled people to work on one seal, and he can somehow do it alone.
And he's like, I can do it in 5 minutes.
and Xylo is using like a couple of them.
Yeah.
Which is like his explosion power.
Yeah.
But again, there's like quite a lot left to be explained. And it's just really fun. Like the world, they've given enough about some of the systems that keeps it really engaging and it makes the world feel organic and real and there's stuff going on, which is exciting. I always love when fantasy worlds do that. Take 2 minutes to explain something that teases more depth.
Yeah.
Because that's fun. That's what people want in fantasy.
I love a story that doesn't treat its audience like they're dumbasses.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that throws me off about a lot of like the modern isekai shows is that they treat people like the people who watch these like they're dumbasses, where they need to like lay off like in order every single minuscule detail and not leaving any room for the audience to be like, oh, let's speculate on like how the world works or how the power system works or anything like that, which I'm glad that this show at least is doing a lot more than other isekai or like fantasy shows of recent times.
How is the pacing? Because episode 1 to 2 is quite a stark slowdown in the pacing, which obviously was going to happen given how hype episode 1 was.
Yeah.
But it does slow down. I'd say quite a bit.
Yeah.
In the next couple of episodes. I can imagine that could be hard to keep people.
The fight in episode 5 is just as good, if not better than episode 1 in terms of animation. It is crazy. Like, I'm just like, they can't peak after episode 1. And then I think it's like episode 5 or 6. I'm like, okay, I've spoken too soon. This is insane.
Because the only thing that I'm not a fan of in these shows when there's like a lot of fighting going on is that when we watch them just fight and kill little mobs for like 2 minutes in a scene, it's like, dude, we know,
chop, chop.
We know none of these guys pose a fucking problem to you. I just fucking skip this shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's boring. Like, I don't want to watch the MC mow down the 900th mob in this episode. It's like, a lot of the times it can feel very samey.
Yeah.
And it's the only criticism I think I had, at least during the cave fight. It was like, okay, We're killing these little centipede things a lot.
Yeah.
And then we get to the sequence with the plant monster.
Yeah.
Where they have that awesome sequence where Norgal chops his leg off.
Yeah.
And goes like fucking berserk to try and stab this thing in the eye. And that was like a really, when they started fighting that monster, that was for cool.
Yeah.
Because it was like a puzzle. How do they beat this thing?
Mm-hmm.
But for the whole first part of the episode, they're just fighting these fucking centipedes that just keep respawning. You're like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I get it. We're protecting the people. But just chop.
Yeah.
My brain is
totally.
rotted. Come on.
And they do that a couple more times in like the I guess the story arc after the mine. But after that one, around like episode 6 or 7 is where I guess they get to like the main meat of the story, because there's a bunch of characters that are introduced that are very like, it takes the story in like a slightly different direction.
Awesome. Okay.
Where it's not just a matter of like kaiju of the week. Like it's like you learn a lot more about these demon spawns and that they're actually way more intelligent than what everybody thinks they are.
Oh, wow.
And that's like a really, it's not, they don't do anything new. Like they don't reinvent the wheel or anything, but it's just nice that they decided to, you know, maybe just like skip the whole monster of the week thing and actually add a little more depth into what the demon spawns actually are. So
This is the rare case where you actually watch more than us.
Yeah.
dude, honestly, like after episode 3, I was like, shit, I want to know what happens. Like, I want to keep watching this. So after I filmed my 3-episode reaction, I just continued watching.
You
off
just
camera.
kept going.
Yeah,
You're
I was
like,
like, I want to know what happens, dude. There's like 9-10 episodes out. I'll watch it, and it was great.
It is a
Awesome.
great show.
Yeah, really good. I'm
really
such a sucker
enjoyed
for good dark fantasy, and I'm glad that it's coming back. 'cause we
very,
need
very
more
fun
of it.
show.
Yeah.
I recommend you watch Cleavitas as well, because the season 2 is coming out this year as well. So
Was Cleavitas really good?
I've heard good things about it.
if you enjoyed this, the production values aren't that as high, but it's just classic dark fantasy with its own kind of like everything I said about Sentence to Be a Hero, I can also say about Cleavitas as well.
Okay.
I think a lot about shows like Claymore quite often, and I really loved the world of Claymore.
Yeah.
And kind of the vibe they had going, and I just wish that it didn't get shit. But
Sure.
I think about that world a lot, and I really, really like that fantasy world.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. So
Yeah.
anything that can recapture that kind of vibe, I really like.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, Cleavitas is, this was like my biggest surprise of last year, because I thought it was just going to be another like trashy fantasy show.
Yeah.
But it was honestly just like a lot of fun. The world revolves around like 4, I don't know if they're called demon lords, but 4 big monsters that are so fucking powerful that they basically determine like world politics and stuff like that.
Okay.
And
Cool.
humanity has been trying to kill one monster, which is one of the main characters, which is I can't remember his name because it's been a while since I watched it. His name is just Cleavitas.
Cleavitas.
I should have remembered that.
Could he possibly be the titular character?
Yeah. And in episode 1, they bring a gang together to try to kill Cleavitas, and the gang gets completely soloed. And Cleavitas is like, you know what? That kind of pissed me off. I'm just gonna wipe out humanity.
Oh, damn.
Why not? And then he ends up soloing this entire city by himself. And as he's killing the king, he discovers this like human baby.
Right.
And he's like, you know what? If I'm gonna wipe out, if I'm gonna wipe out humanity, I'm curious why they care about each other so much. So he kind of like adopts this baby to understand humanity in case he wants to wipe it off.
Right.
But he doesn't know a thing about babies, so he resurrects one of the first heroes he killed, called Alicia, who is a badass fucking knight with an eye patch, and he just resurrects her because he's that all powerful.
Right.
And he's like, okay, I'm going to pretend to be a human. Can you fucking take care of this baby while I learn about the human world?
Right.
And as you learn about the world, you figure out that there's something weird going on in the magic system. Humans may have more powerful technology than what they might be able to like let on. And there's a lot of mysteries in the world that are slowly being uncovered, right? It is a very very fun dark fantasy show. Okay. Very, very brutal. And it doesn't treat its subject matter like the same as every other isekai fantasy. Like, for example, there is a girl there, right? There is a girl. They find this girl, and she is a prostitute, right?
Okay.
and she's also a slave as well. And you hear those two things in fucking isekai fantasy, you're like, okay, here we go again. But the way they treat these themes is they give it the same, like, they give it the respect that something this fucking dark and tragic should be given. Right. You know, which is
not just like a throwaway, like, fan service character.
No, she's not. You can see how fucking dark these subject matters are. And it feels weird to say when I talk about shit like and slavery. Yeah. And you hear that in traditional isekai, you kind of roll your eyes because you're like, oh, okay.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Weird fantasy thing going on.
Yeah. Exactly. This is just trying to be edgy. But no, when I started taking this series seriously was when it treated these subject matters with the same level of respect as you would expect for something like this.
Yeah, right.
And it's just a really interesting world.
Which, isn't it slightly sad to say that is like an uncommonality in anime?
Right.
Like, it should be commonplace for any kind of like fantasy or like writing when using those kinds of sensitive topics. And the fact that somehow the genre has evolved to the point where people just can't take those kinds of things seriously anymore is a little sad.
Yeah, I mean, because it's quite a childish way to use them a lot of the time. It feels like,
it is.
It feels like cheap.
It feels like
throwing it in because of, wow, no one's done this before.
It's edgy.
It's like, I feel like a lot of the times it's there for shock value.
Yes.
Or there to, for example, the slavery trope in fantasy anime is that, the main character is, becoming, is buying the slave, but it's because he's one of the good slave owners, literally Shield Hero, actually.
Naofumi.
Literally Naofumi. Yeah. It's like, guys.
He bought Raftalia from the kindness of his own heart.
No, he's treating her well. He's treating her well. Guy. And it kind of like, to me, it kind of like cheapens the story because it's just like, okay, we're just going into this trope. This to me, because I still like, I name out this trope, but I enjoy enough shows with that trope in it. But to me, it is the indicator where I should go from actually enjoying a show for its storytelling and its world building to just, okay, I'm just going to turn my brain off and just enjoy cheap power fantasy stuff.
Totally.
That's kind of like the indicator for me.
Yeah. It's a fine line, unfortunately.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah. But yeah, bottom line, fucking Sentenced to be a Hero was awesome.
Fantasy anime is peaking right now.
It's doing good.
In every single aspect.
Thank God.
Like Freeren was this year. Next season,
I'm enjoying season 2 right now as well. It's been great.
Next season we're getting Witch Hat Atelier, which is I'm very, very excited about that. Fantasy is back. Maybe it never went anywhere, but it feels like
it deviated a little.
Yeah,
I would say. And by a little, I mean a lot.
We're just getting, I think, new iterations on and new takes on the story, and it's quite exciting to see the new takes.
Absolutely.
I think fantasy was stuck in a couple of pitfalls that it kind of always did, and I think it's learning to experiment a bit more.
It is still there in a lot of fantasy anime, but I feel like right now we are still getting the trashy power fantasy stuff, but there's a balance now. We are getting a lot of critically acclaimed, very well realized fantasy shows. So best of both worlds.
Yeah. Totally.
This is probably the fantasy anime I'm most excited about coming out next season.
Yeah,
Witch Hat Atelier.
This is a very famous manga, right?
Very famous manga.
Yeah.
Has, I think, my favorite power system in fantasy anime or manga, I should say. Right now,
is this the Shonen Jump one?
It is not Shonen Jump. I don't believe.
Which one am I thinking of?
This is Kodansha.
Kodansha. Okay.
It won't be.
Oh no, I'm
Shonen
thinking
Jump.
of which one?
Oh, it's still going on in manga as well.
Yeah, it's still going on, but like this is coming out next season, and there's a lot of great things about this show. But the thing that excites me the most is, to me, it has a power system that not many things can rival Nen in terms of my love for a power system, but I feel like this is up there.
Word.
It's that good in my eyes.
All right. Looking forward to that. Then.
Yeah. Bam. Can rival Nen.
Yeah.
Big claim.
Yeah. Big claim. Big claim.
Can kill God.
But
That's exciting, dude.
But do you want to know what else is hitting this season though?
What?
Oshinoko.
Fuck off.
I'm going back to it. I'm going back to it.
Dude, season 3 is so highly rated. I saw that the other day.
Season 3.
8.6.
Season 3 is so fucking good.
Really?
Man. It's so fucking
I need to finish season 2 actually.
Season 2 is fucking great as well.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing.
Wait. So wait. Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You tell me it's good now?
No.
Maybe it always has been, but maybe it always hasn't.
It has not always been
But
good.
maybe it never has been as well. I'm gonna say it right now. Season 3 is going to be the last good season.
Well, yeah, because I haven't.
Well, okay, why do you say that?
Okay, I've realized what the pitfalls of Oshinoko are, but go ahead, Joe.
Okay, no, I was just gonna say I haven't caught up on the manga for Oshinoko. I can't. Okay, you have, yeah. And from my understanding, the fall off happens really close to the end.
Yeah,
it's actually really good up until the very quick fall off at the end, from my understanding. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's the final arc, but season 2 of Oshinoko was an absolute banger. I've really, really enjoyed it. And I think I've realized why I think season 2 and season 3 are way better. It's because Aqua isn't the main focus of either of these seasons. and I kind of realized Oshinoko is kind of at its peak when the main character isn't the main character.
Yeah, right.
of either of the seasons.
Yeah.
This season of Oshinoko, like this season of anime has just gone so fucking hard, and I feel like one of the strongest this season has been Oshinoko.
I feel winter every year is usually like the strongest season.
And that's because Aqua isn't in it?
Yeah, because
Aqua's... Yeah, he's basically a side character in this in season 3 right now, because this season...
who does it mostly focus on, season 3?
This season is a mix right now between Ruby and Kana.
Okay.
I don't know... I don't know if you've seen any of the spoilers of Twitter crashing out over Kana this season.
Thankfully, I haven't been on Twitter in years, so no.
Oh, bro, it was like
I can imagine.
There's a moment with Kana this season where this is like pure like Oshinoko was always a criticism against like idol culture and stuff right there.
Yep.
And I found it fucking hilarious where minor spoilers to the season of Oshinoko if you want to catch up, whatever. Where Kana almost has like Kana goes through her 100 meters kind of like moment where she gets humbled, right?
Okay.
She gets humbled. Everyone starts outshining her, and I thought it was a really interesting place where she has always been the most realistic character in my eyes, where she was someone who peaked early. We talked about
child prodigy.
We talked about child prodigies and kind of like getting humbled as you grew older. And I always thought that was an interesting part of Kana's kind of like character arc. And her character arc in season 3 is that she is really, really desperate to further her career. And in the process, she almost sleeps with a film producer.
Oh damn.
And my God, I saw the crash out. I saw the nuclear ass fallout from just that character moment.
Wait. So she didn't sleep with him?
She didn't sleep with him.
But people crashed out because she nearly did?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she even had the thought of it.
Why?
Because she's an idol.
Because idols need to be pure.
Wait, real life people, not in the show Twitter. Like
No.
Yeah.
Real life people.
Real life people on
Real
Twitter.
life people.
So they became the thing that the show is making fun of?
Yes.
Yes.
Are people that dumb?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Twitter, bro. What do you expect?
How do they not have brains?
Because they're on Twitter. They're idol fans and they're on Twitter.
I just saw
the show that makes fun of idol fans, they're watching and participating in idol culture for the show that is making fun and a critique of them.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a weird reality we live in.
All right.
Yes.
I'm not even surprised, by the way.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised at all.
I just found that wholly ironic and hilarious.
Oh my God. Get a grip, everyone.
But
please.
yeah, like I said, I still think this continues to be one of the most realistic and darker depictions of the not just the idol industry, but the entertainment industry as well.
Yeah.
And it's super fucking interesting just to see a lot of topics that we have to like go through and we have to handle behind the scenes get really portrayed in a much more like a really interesting way. And I think the biggest shortcomings of this is Aqua. The more that I watch it.
I mean, he was an aspect of the show, at least in the first couple of episodes. I really didn't fuck with him.
Yeah.
He's such an annoying character.
The show is at its peak, I think, when it kind of ignores the murder mystery kind of like aspect of it.
Yeah.
And this whole Aqua trying to be like a fucking edgy protagonist going for revenge.
Yeah.
Trying to be like Kira.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was what annoyed me when I got into the first 3 episodes, that like, what is this show trying to be?
Yeah.
Like, it is like a mess trying to figure out where it wants to go.
It's a B plot that's trying to pretend it's an A plot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it was confusing. And it was like, what are we doing here? Like,
yeah.
And obviously it sounds like it's found an avenue that is clearly working.
Well, it's
frustrating that, at least for me, when I got into it, I really, really did not like the writing style.
Yeah, because season 2 focuses on Kana and Akane, where they basically get casted into a theater play, into a play.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of interesting things about their character dynamics. And like season 2 did such a good job at portraying their own character arcs and also this external character arc when it comes to a mangaka having their IP like adapted into a certain like into a different medium, right? And the sacrifices that need to be made when seeing your stuff adapted, because you have a certain sense of pride when something that is beloved to you is being given into other people to adapt, right? And this current 3rd season is obviously doing really interesting thing with Kana's character, but also Ruby as well, which I never really saw. I never really like Ruby, which is Aqua's twin sister, wasn't really on my radar, but you really see her kind of being manipulative in terms of like manipulating herself to be like the most appealing character to how can I say this? Be the most appealing character to be picked to host certain shows or to be a part of certain events. And I'm like, damn, this feels so fucking accurate to the streamer world and the world that I've seen behind the scenes. I'm like, damn, this is getting a little bit too real right now. And yeah, it is just such a fantastic show. And I feel like every character is interesting.
I mean, it definitely helps that Akasaka is just probably the most terminally online manga author.
He is.
out there.
You feel that. And yeah, enjoy while it lasts, Oceanoka fans, because this is
Season 4 is going to be a wild ride.
Season 4.
So big highs, massive lows.
Just a massive low.
But like in general, the story of Oceanoko. Great highs, big lows.
I mean,
great highs.
Yeah. As far as I've read, it's been nothing but high. But
yeah.
I haven't gone to the low yet.
Great high, but how can I say this?
Game of Thrones level fucking bad season at the end.
But he likes the endings.
Yeah, but I'm just like for a vibe
general?
check of like how bad we're talking.
No, I don't like the ending. I said latter seasons.
Oh, the latter seasons, I see.
Season 8 was fucking dog shit.
Is it a season 8 situation? That bad or not as bad?
I would say, yeah. It's
wow. More or less.
Because there's nothing worse you can do, and I assume maybe this is the case.
Yeah.
An ending that truly pisses people off is when all the lessons they've supposedly learned or all the character traits they have get thrown out the window by a couple of big decisions that kind of be like, oh, so this character is not this fucking character. They've learned fucking nothing.
I wouldn't say they betray any characters. It's just, how can I say this without spoiling it?
Yeah.
Like, my main issue with the ending is the character arcs and the character decisions around the entire murder mystery aspect around it.
Oh, because they probably had to clean that part up.
And it was like, to me, a lot of people were pissed. I was kind of expecting it because I was like, I don't know how you solve this aspect of the story cleanly.
Oh, so they introduced the murder mystery and then they go like,
but the murder mystery is something that kind of
gets pushed to the background. And
it gets pushed to the background in season 2, season 3, and a lot of season 1 as well. But it's a big driving force of Aqua's character.
Oh, because they realize they got to wrap it up.
And how they wrap it up is just, I couldn't see how they could wrap it up cleanly, and then they didn't.
It was Aqua all along. You're like, how does that? Well, okay. Well, fair enough. I mean, hey, I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Who knows? I was wrong about My Hero. I might be wrong about this.
That's true.
But, who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see when the final season drops.
We will see. We will see who's laughing last.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you thought of this anime club. And a reminder, once again, you can go to the Patreon to see all of our reactions to these shows.
Yeah.
They're all there. So go and watch them if you want to go and watch some anime with us. It helps support us as well. So please go to the Patreon. Seriously.
You can also go to the Patreon as well to suggest what you guys want us to watch next Anime Club as well. So we'll take all of your votes, vote away over on the Patreon, and let us know what you guys want us to react to next. But as always, if you want to support the show in the process, like all these lovely people on screen right now do every single day and week, thank you very much, everyone. Make sure to go over to patreon.com/trashtaste. Also follow us on Twitter, send us some memes on the subreddit, and if you hate our face, listen to us on Spotify. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.